In the headlines this hour on VTV News, Prime Minister proposes strengthening ASEAN-Japan strategic coordination. In agriculture, exports show encouraging signs of growth.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi. You're watching VTV News. Prime Minister Phie joined leaders from other ASEAN countries and Japan at the opening ceremony of a commemorative summit in Tokyo on Sunday. The summit marked 50 years of friendship and cooperation between ASEAN and Japan.
Speaking at the summit, Prime Minister Phie emphasized that, in the current context of the world and the region facing numerous challenges, the two sides need to enhance cooperation and work towards making the ASEAN-Japan Comprehensive Strategic Partnership a symbol of international solidarity and collaboration. To achieve this goal, it is essential to promote effective economic connectivity through digital transformation, the green transformation of the circular economy, the knowledge economy, and collaborative research and implementation of specific cooperation projects. He proposed that the two sides should strengthen strategic coordination and work together to build an open, inclusive, and rules-based regional structure, with ASEAN playing a central role. He called on Japan to continue supporting ASEAN's common stance on the East Sea and to help Mekong sub-region countries effectively respond to non-traditional security challenges and restart the Mekong cooperation mechanism. The Prime Minister also emphasized the importance of investing in human factors, as people are the subjects, goals, driving forces, and resources for the development of ASEAN-Japan relations. Furthermore, he suggested boosting economic and trade connections in traditional fields while expanding cooperation in new fields such as innovation, digital transformation, green economy, circular economy, and smart agriculture. These areas have the potential to become new growth engines for bilateral economic cooperation in the future.
Prime Minister Phie, along with his Laos and Cambodian counterpart Sonexay Siphandone and Hun Manet, agreed on December 17 to further strengthen their country's solidarity in ensuring national security and promoting national development. This agreement was reached during their working breakfast on the occasions of the commemorative summit for the 50th year of ASEAN-Japan friendship and cooperation in Tokyo. The three leaders comment the flexible consultations approach they have adopted while attending multilateral activities, which has helped them identify and address challenges and obstacles in their cooperation across various fields. They also discussed regional issues of mutual concerns and agreed to coordinate efforts to maintain ASEAN unity, positions, and centrality in regional matters. The Laos leader emphasized that the main focus of the ASEAN 2024 is to enhance connectivity and resilience within the ASEAN community and expressed gratitude to Cambodia and Vietnam for their active cooperation. Prime Minister Phie affirmed Vietnam's support and commitments to providing maximum assistance to ensure the successful ASEAN chairmanship by Laos next year. Prime Minister Phie held bilateral meetings with leaders of Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines on December 17 as part of the commemorative summit of the 50th year of ASEAN-Japan friendship and cooperation.
During Prime Minister Phie's meeting with his Malaysian counterpart, Anwar Ibrahim, the two government leaders expressed their satisfaction with the positive development of the Vietnam-Malaysia strategic partnership. This progress was evident through the organization of various activities to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations this year. The leaders also emphasized the importance of creating a favorable environment for businesses and investors, as well as attracting more high-tech investors from other countries. In addition, Prime Minister Anwar expressed his gratitude to the Vietnamese government for assisting with the evacuation of Malaysian citizens stranded in Myanmar. He also proposed maintaining a hotline between the two prime ministers and the ministries of foreign affairs to address important issues.
During a meeting between Thai Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin and Vietnamese Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh, both leaders agreed to coordinate efforts in implementing the Vietnam-Thailand Enhanced Strategic Partnership from 2022 to 2027. The goal is to increase bilateral trade to $25 billion in the near future. Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin announced his intention to make an official visit to Vietnam in 2024 and co-chair the 4th Joint Cabinet meeting at the invitation of the Vietnamese government. Additionally, they agreed to strengthen solidarity and unity within the ASEAN bloc, enhance Mekong sub-regional cooperation, and support ASEAN's stance on the East Sea issue, as well as other regional and international issues of mutual concern.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh also met with Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., during which they agreed to effectively implement bilateral cooperation mechanisms and strengthen collaboration in areas where both countries have potential and strengths, such as agriculture, including rice production for ensuring food security. The Philippine president expressed his pleasure in visiting Vietnam in 2024 to discuss ways to further enhance the strategic partnership between the two countries.
During his working trip to Japan, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính had a meeting with the chairman of the Japan External Trade Organization, VTVgo. He also met with leaders of many leading Japanese corporations and businesses in the field of finance, banking, energies, and healthcare.
During the meeting with the VTVgo chairman, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh praised the organization's practical and effective contributions in promoting investment and trade between the two countries. He also suggested that VTVgo continue to collaborate with relevant Vietnamese agencies to enhance Vietnam's image and investment environment for Japanese businesses. The Prime Minister emphasized Vietnam's eagerness to strengthen cooperation in developing supporting industries and technology transfer. He also called on VTVgo and Japanese businesses to support Vietnam in technology transfer, institutional improvement, and modern governance.
During his working trip, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh also held meetings with leaders of major banks and corporations in Japan. The corporate leaders expressed high appreciation for Vietnam's investment environment. They also informed the Prime Minister about their plans for cooperation and investment expansion and presented solutions to promote the progress and efficiency of ongoing projects. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh asked Japanese corporations to expand their investment activities in Vietnam, with a particular focus on strong sectors such as energy, healthcare, and high-quality human resource training. Additionally, he urged Japanese corporations to facilitate technology transfer, enabling Vietnamese businesses to have a greater presence in the global supply chain.
Welcome back to VTV News. 2023 has been a challenging year for various economic sectors, including agriculture. Despite this, agriculture has remained a strong pillar of the economy, ensuring national food security and sustaining positive growth momentum. Agriculture, forestry, and fishery export activities have been active during the year-end, aiming to achieve the target of $54 billion for 2023.
In the 11 months of this year, exports of aquatic and forestry products decreased by 19% and 17% respectively, compared to the previous year. However, fruit and vegetable exports showed impressive growth, surpassing the target for the whole year of 2025 with a value exceeding $5.3 billion. Rice exports also reached an unprecedented figure of $4.4 billion. These contributions resulted in an export turnover of agricultural, forestry, and fishery products totaling $47.84 billion in the 11-month period. The achievement of the annual target now depends on the exports in December.
Exports of agricultural, fishery, and forestry products typically reach a higher value in December compared to October and November each year. We anticipate achieving a minimum export turnover of $53 billion for the entire year.
while the sector may not reach the $54 billion export turnover, it can still achieve a record trade surplus of over $11 billion, which will contribute to the country's trade balance. After completing the last orders of 2023 with a 146% increase in export turnover, this enterprise has been busy preparing orders for the beginning of 2024.
We are focusing on production to fulfill next year's orders that have been signed since November. The number of orders has increased by 125%.
In the Mekong Delta, orders for rice for early next year have been signed at good prices.
Most recently, we have signed orders for January and February 2024 with prices of up to $785 per ton and $865 per ton.
The positive signals, along with the gradual recovery of Vietnam's major agricultural, forestry, and fishery export markets such as China, Japan, Europe, and the United States, are expected to create higher growth momentum in 2024.
The first batch of high-quality bird nests from An Giang province has received the necessary license for official export to China. This achievement comes after an active preparation period and meeting strict food safety and hygiene standards. In order to be eligible for export to the Chinese market, bird nest products must adhere to top standards, ensuring high quality and large output, while also complying with the criteria outlined in the protocol signed between China and Vietnam. It is worth noting that this is the only factory in the Mekong Delta regions authorized to officially export bird nests to China. Following the initial shipment of approximately 300 kilograms, the business aims to export around 2 tons of high-quality bird nests to this promising market. China trade activities with Vietnam are experiencing significant growth due to increasingly improved relations. Vietnam remains China's largest trading partner in ASEAN and the 4th largest in the world. Furthermore, China is actively enhancing its infrastructures to establish close connections between the markets of over 2 billion people in China and ASEAN.
For this business, the Vietnamese market of 100 million people is attractive due to its strong consumption and numerous shared cultural features.
I have been importing fish from Vietnam to sell in China, and our business activities in Vietnam have been favorable. Now, I am planning to export dairy products and cakes to Vietnam.
Connecting infrastructure with Vietnam and neighboring countries is considered one of China's top priorities. Guangxi, located on the border between Vietnam and China, serves as a trading hub. Vietnam has been the region's largest trading partner for 24 consecutive years, accounting for nearly 1/3 of Guangxi's total import-export turnover.
We aim to enhance trade exchanges with Vietnam and, subsequently, with Europe. To facilitate trade with neighboring partners, we make use of roads and railways.
China began construction of the Pinglu Canal in Guangxi in August. The canal, which is 135 kilometers long and has a budget of $10.1 billion, is expected to enhance goods transportation efficiency by synergizing with existing expressways and railroads. Once completed, it will serve as an important trade and logistics passage, promoting trade between China and ASEAN.
And now let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's it for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download our mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.